the top five, your very existence is a cauldron of pressure, and that is ratcheted up when you go on the road, and this highly ranked squad has found itself coming into a snake pit in this one. Welcome to the home of the Florida Gators, Ben Hill Griffin Stadium, better known as the Swamp. As we'll see a participant from last year's playoff, the Kentucky Wildcats, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Florida Gators. 48 Sports. Guys, can't wait to get this one started. And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. So Kentucky's offense will take the field first. They got an incredibly efficient performance from this guy last time out. Now, Jesse, it's about making that a consistent thing.
Yeah, I think the most impressive thing watching that tape back from his last game is the ball never touched the ground, David. It was amazing. And it wasn't that he was so accurate throwing the ball deep down the field. It's just that the ball was always going to the open guy. He did a really good job checking it down, taking the profit when it wasn't open downfield. That kept the offense on schedule. That's really important for this offense today.
And when you're watching it as a defensive player and coming to this football game, man, you know this is going to be a challenge. I better get pressure on this guy. If I let him feel comfortable, you'll see another day like last week. I mean, that dude was accurate. Almost every ball was caught. They were in rhythm. They're going to have to find some creative ways to get him off his spots and make him feel uncomfortable.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. They're going to ride this running back. They'll rip off 8 on that play in 2nd and 2.
Love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
And the Wildcats with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Grab behind the line. It's Patterson. Nice pickup there. Gets him the 1st down and sets him up at the 45-yard line.
Nice job by the running back catching the football and understanding where the 1st down marker was. I got to go get that 1st down. Did a nice job of it.
The Wildcats look to keep this drive humming. Quickly out to the tight end. Brings him to the open. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a 1st down at the 31. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Wildcats back to the line on 1st down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Leaves it with the back. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a 1st down.
I think throughout the week in practice, when they were game planning their opening script, I don't even know if they envisioned it going as well as it has. This has been beautiful. Nice balance, really nice rhythm. It feels like everything they're dialing up here on their 1st drive of the game is working to perfection.
He'll get it all the way down to the 8-yard line, and the defense is feeling the heat.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's Hilton. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers.
And this offense shows they will be aggressive. On 1st and goal, they get the completion. Listen, games come down to executing in the red zone. This is a big spot.
The run up the middle, looking for the score. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Wildcats. Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown, and he got into the house from the 6 to finish it. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Florida's offense has its first opportunity of the day. Guys, if you listen closely, I think you can hear the jawing going already between this quarterback and wide receiver. What a matchup, Jesse, it's going to be between those two.
You know, so many people have already been talking about this individual one-on-one matchup, David, and it's going to be happening out on an island all game long. The receiver's got speed, he's got game-breaking ability, catching the football, can climb the ladder. He's going up against one of the best shutdown corners in the game. I cannot wait to watch this.
Yeah, and he's got the speed to stay with him and the instincts, and he's been so great out wide in every game. This is a huge test. This is a Sunday test. Two NFL guys going at it to see who's going to take home the prize.
Snap from the gun on third down. Just a short pass to the tight end. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40. The Gators come to the line with a new set of downs. Wide receiver comes in motion. Wants to go up top on first down. The Gators with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Back to pass on second down. And they're not on the same page there.
What a play by the defender that time, because he's matched up one-on-one man coverage against an outstanding wide receiver, and it's the defender who makes the play. Really, really good position. He was up to the challenge. Interesting to see if this quarterback goes his way again.
And the Gators will bring the punt team onto the field. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. He'll field the punt. The ball pops out on the return. Oh, the offense lucky to fall on that loose football.
As a former quarterback, I definitely never had the guts to ever want to be a return man. And that right there is the reason why, guys. I don't need anybody having a 50-yard run at me trying to take my head off. So, listen, I mean, I feel for that return guy. He's lucky, though, that his group of guys was able to jump back on the ball.
Rushes on him. Just gets rid of it before the heat. The flag flies in as this one falls incomplete. We'll see who it's on. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. And now on second down for this offense. Back to pass, it's Bowling. A little screen to the running back. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. The noise is deafening, trying to make sure only the Gators get out of the swamp on third down. And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. Kentucky sends out the punting unit. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. Here's the return. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. They'll start this drive at their own 48. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Quickly to the tight end. Terrific job getting to him. There was nowhere to go.
You got like that big, reliable security blanket. And that's what tight ends are a lot of the times. They're just usually big, huge guys that if I throw it anywhere near him, he's going to pluck it, catch it, and give me some positive yards.
Ryan's this big tight end.
important in the passing game that it's not just receivers doing all the work. You got to get running backs involved. You got to get your big fellas. You got to get the tight ends going too.
In the gun, looking to throw on third down. Slings it downfield. Intercepted. Just a small return, but a big play as they have it now at the 45.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His third interception on the season just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
They'll get this drive started from their own 45-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. Got a man. It's Washington.
Not difficult, not complicated, but early in the game, get in that rhythm. Find that timing throughout receivers so you're set up for success. Then you go attack deep later on.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Give to the back. And the big defensive front wins the battle. No gain on that play. We've reached the break, and Kentucky is on top. One period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the second quarter. So they had a chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. Here comes the option. Now the pitch. Makes him talk to the hand. What a run. Gets it inside the 40 and out of bounds at the 36.
These offenses are so hard to stop when you run the option because they play the quarterback well. They get it to the running back. The defense looks pretty good, but third and short, they get the yardage they need, and they move the sticks.
Brought down at the 21-yard line, a 15-yard pickup, and they are in prime position to get points now. The Wildcats are on the move. Back to throw, it's Bowling. He's got the screen set up. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Back to pass. With the catch, it's Hilton. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
I love the anticipation on that throw by the QB on the out route. You got to throw it before the receiver comes out of his break. Nice work.
Just keep slinging it. Good timing on the quick out. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. They'll play it safe and send out the field goal unit. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. And this one splits the uprights. And now the lead's extended a little further.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
After that last field goal drive, they're set to kick it away. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Gators sending the offense back to work. They really need to find a way to generate some kind of offense down 10-0. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Backed up now. Here's second and long. The play action fake. Makes the catch. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be third and short. From the gun, wants to pass. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Quickly complete. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. This offense has had trouble getting it in gear, but maybe a little life here on 1st and 10. Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through.
Looking for the end zone. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down. So now on comes the field goal unit. And he's going to have to get into this football. This is a 53-yard attempt. And is slips just inside that right upright. This is now a 7-point game. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Hey, guys, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the MAC. Toledo is trailing right now, but let's be honest. The program that turned out Bruce Gradkowski should never be counted out of any game. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Ball State.
Past the 1st down marker and still running.
Any big developments here in the MAC, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business. Guys?
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Fires to the big fella. Still on his feet at the 45. All the way down to the 27-yard line before they get him out of bounds, and this offense is threatening.
Man, what a weapon in this offense. To have a tight end that you can throw the football to, not just over the middle, not just to move the sticks, but a guy like this that can absolutely blaze, like a Warren, like a Bowers we've seen over the years, that can make huge plays down the field after the catch.
And the Wildcats come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Here comes Kentucky after picking up that 1st down. The give to the back. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line? Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking downfield, it's Boley. Quickly complete. Touchdown, Wildcats! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. Timing and better execution, that is just what a quarterback and wide receiver need.
And it's timing, it's route running, right? You got to be precise. You got to know exactly what yard you're running to. The quarterback, receiver on the same page. That's why you get the touchdown.
Lining up for the PAT. The extra point is blocked. Still on his feet. Remember, he can return it. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the score comes on a 17-yard throw for the touchdown. Fielded in the end zone, it's Abrams. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. They'll try the run. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one, 2nd and 8 coming up. The Gators want to pick up the tempo. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Oh, they're after him. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Motion from the back. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And the sack all the way back at the 5. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. Kentucky has it back, and the big blue offense takes the field. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Grabbed in the middle. It's Green. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Offense in the hurry up. Back in motion. Try to clear the picture. Looking for a man. It's Bowling. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
But how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. Kentucky will be forced to punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. The ball hits at the 5, and it'll go into the end zone for a touchback. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Looking downfield on 1st down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. To the ground with the back. Maybe a 3-yard pickup there. 3rd and long coming up. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. And they get the takeaway and prevent points from going up just before the end of the half. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. And in the closing moments of the first half, they'll try to put a 3 spot on the board. And this one sails through just inside that left upright. And now the lead is even bigger. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
All right, guys, you've been calling a magnificent game there in Gainesville so far. And a first half that's been dominated by this special teams unit. How often do we say that? But it's a dynamite group who understands football isn't just about offense and defense, and what they've done through 2 quarters is help tilt the scales of this game. What adjustments the other sides can make is going to go a long way in determining who wins this game. With that said, let's send it back to our guys and all those chomping hands there in the swamp.
Kentucky teeing it up and ready to go here in the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Down 2 possessions to start this 3rd quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the 2nd half, so now you're down. I got to maximize every single one. Put your best plays together. Start this drive off on a good note.
Yeah, it starts right here. Obviously, you can't get it all back on this drive, but you can.
And he throws another interception, his 3rd one of the night. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play.
And this guy's showing off his hands again, understanding where the football's going. He breaks on the football so quick, and guess what? He makes plays when he breaks on it. That's 2 interceptions here through 3 quarters of a football game.
In the red area, it's Hill. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Touchdown, Kentucky! And the pummeling has started. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance.
You know, this offense knew coming into the season it was so important for this guy to stay healthy. They needed him week in, week out because he plays at such a high level, and he's showing it here. That last carry was his 10th rushing touchdown of the season.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. They didn't have a whole lot of real estate in front of them when they took over possession, but they wasted no time. Couple of plays into the end zone. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Gators sending the offense back to work. It's a good thing to be charitable, Jesse, but I think the last couple of drives might be overdoing it a bit.
I agree, and I think at this point, David, the quarterback here, he's got to be a CEO, and he's got to really get his guys settled down. A couple turnovers in a row now. They've got to find a rhythm.
A CEO, a.k.a. don't screw it up, young man. That's what it sounds like on the sidelines with the coaches. We got to stop turning the football over.
And that's why they got to keep running the football, man, because play action is going to be a big part of this game plan. You've got to get this tight end over the middle of the field vertically and give him an opportunity because you just saw how dangerous he is after the catch.
And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. He'll keep it on the sneak.
And, David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively, too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successful.
Defense is there to greet him again, and they are ready, and he has found nowhere to run tonight. The Gators now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Second down, they'll go to the air. Got it in the middle, it's Montgomery. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
And when you get zone coverage and you're running curls and the wide receiver sprints off the ball, you know what happens? That DB starts to bail, and that wide receiver comes back, and it's easy pitch and catch for the offense.
To the air on first down. Quick strike complete.
The thing I like about the slot receiver, he's really intentional in his route run. The quarterback always knows exactly where he's going to be on the field. They've got great chemistry together.
It's complete to the left. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Gators come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. Rides the back on the option to give. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. This offense hasn't found the end zone yet. Starting to move, it's 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Quick step and go. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. The Gators trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Going to sling it on second down. That's caught. It's Daniels. Hard-hitting tackle.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. Did a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting them the football, letting them get some positive yards.
They'll throw it to the back on the screen. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down. And for the 2nd time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. He's going to reach for a long one, a 52-yard attempt. Splits the uprights right down the middle. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, wanted to get you a quick update on a game happening in the MAC. Toledo is ahead in this one. This team plays a hard-nosed brand of football there in the MAC. but they're a long way from closing this out. They're up by 8 over Ball State. The Maction never sleeps, and we'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final.
We're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
The Wildcats have put themselves in dire straits after that last play at 2nd and a mile. They're looking for an advantage to the right. Not a lot of room, but found his way ahead for 2 out to the 26.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. Snagged in the middle. It's Hilton. He's knocked down just short of the 30 at the 29-yard line. It brings up 4th down. Kentucky sends out the punting unit. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Makes the catch at the 30. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Man, how comforting is it to know that even if your offense stalls out a little, Jesse, that field goal kicker can knock it in from a long way out.
Well, he's one of the best in the country, Reese, no doubt. But this offense would like him and prefer for him to kick an extra point on this drive. And to do that, David, they've got to have more rhythm on offense.
Yeah, create some more rhythm, create some more explosive plays, and maybe some more balance. And listen, it's nice to have that weapon and kick long field goals. If you kick too many field goals, you don't get very many W's.
And this offense just has to find a way to convert this 3rd down, or else they are really in trouble. Unloads quickly. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45. The Gators will snap it on 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. Avoids pressure. Right on the money.
And that's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
Here's the handoff. Got the 1st down and more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. And the Gators are marching down the field. They're going to go right back to him on 1st down. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Wants to go up top. Fires to the middle. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
And how about this defense really answering the challenge so far today? This offense, you've seen like last week. I mean, they can throw for touchdowns and big yards and big chunk plays. Defense has answered the call, played the deep ball well, played discipline.
There he goes. They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game. The Gators will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And they get nothing. The ball remains at the 2-yard line. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Tries again to get it in. And they stop him again for no gain, and it will be 3rd down. And they've moved closer and closer, and still they need 2 yards, 3rd and goal. They're going to run it. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Gator! Great example of how a 2nd half can really change everything for a team.
No doubt. 1st half looked bad. It looked like it was bleak. It looked like it was ugly. But now you're starting to get it turned around. More drives like this is what's needed.
And no chance at a return. Here they'll start this drive at their own 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Got enough for a 1st down. Now to see if they have enough time to snap it again here in the 3rd. Guys, that's the end of the quarter, and Kentucky has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the fourth quarter. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Looking for a man. It's Boley. Flips it out in the flat. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
They're throwing the swing pass to the back, just trying to get him the ball in space to see if he can make people miss. That time, though, the defense, nice job with the tackle.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Motion. Got it behind the line. It's Washington. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
This crowd unhinged, trying to make sure the Gators don't back down on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Kentucky will be forced to punt. He's getting a lot of work. Fourth time he's punted tonight. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
The Gators can really attack on this second and short. On the move, it's Daniels. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge gain? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
Quarterback on the keeper. Turning it off! Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44. And the Gators come to the line with a fresh set of downs. The give to the tailback. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front seven has dominated this entire game.
Fires to the tight end. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. Fourth down attempt coming. On the move, he fires. Makes the catch. It's Montgomery. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down.
And this offense is going to have to be aggressive, right? Down a couple possessions. Got to continue to get these first downs. Move quick. Don't be in a hurry. But they've got to keep the accelerator down because they need some explosive plays.
The Gators headed quickly to the line. Wants to go up top on first down. He's got it and still on his feet. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. They'll run it to the right side. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Florida! So they get that score that they so desperately needed, and now they've got a chance to pull this one out.
Defense has got to give them a chance. The defense needs to get the ball back to them quickly so they can march down the field and try and score and narrow the gap again. This offense, they have the playmakers to come back and win this football game. They're going to need some help from the defense.
Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. After giving up that last touchdown, they still got the lead, but now feeling a little bit of pressure to answer with one of their own, David.
Man, it gets a little bit tight. Listen, we're getting later in the ball game. This offense punted last time. They got to find a few plays, Palmer, that they really love here. Steal some momentum back in this ball game.
They do, David, and after watching their defense just get gashed down the field that last drive, the dream drive for this offense would be to matriculate the ball down the field, eat up some clock, and finish it off with a touchdown.
QBs like this are so hard to defend. They know what you're doing, and they're getting the ball out fast. They knew they had the corner route. Take advantage. Hit it right now.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. On the option. He'll toss it. Spins away from the defense. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. The noise is deafening, trying to make sure only the Gators get out of the swamp on 3rd down. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. The critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there. When it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They cut into this lead the last time they had it, and now here in the 4th, a chance to move on top with a score. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Ooh, and that was close for the offense. They try to go wide receiver screen. They're counting on that receiver beating that defender. Wasn't able to make him miss that time, but if I'm on offense, I'm going back to that play later.
He wants to go deep. And it's incomplete, going for the massive, explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down. And now let's see if the offense can bail itself out after the 2nd down misfire. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Got it in the middle. It's Daniels. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line. The Gators will have it 1st and 10. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is looking for a play to close this deal out. They'll snap it from the 39. 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Finds a man on the left. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. Got it done in the passing game on the last play. Let's see what they do on 1st down. Looking to throw on 1st down. And it's his 4th interception of the night. He'll go down right there, but what a big play to come up with that turnover.
It's such a fine line offensively. Late in the game, you got to score, you got to make big plays, but you can't turn the football over. Big-time mistake. This one might cost them.
They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense.
And this defense and their team, honestly, has just built some momentum here in this 4th quarter, man. And I'm interested to see this offense and if they can respond, if they can be physical, if they can run the football, if they can make some plays here in this 4th quarter.
Oh, he's got some space. He'll step out of bounds right at the 44. A big-time pickup on that one. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Wildcats, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. From the gun, running back on the move. Got the first down, looking for more. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. Offense set on first down. The quarterback takes a snap and takes a knee. It came down to the final quarter. Clutch plays, guys delivered, and they get a close win.
Yeah, Reese, big-time players make big plays in big games, and that's what happened in this circumstance. As a coaching staff, David, you love this. You know that you have confidence in your guys to go out and be able to execute when it matters the most.
Correct, and you don't know until the games, right? You don't know when those moments present themselves. How are they going to handle it? Great job handling a close game, executing down the stretch like they needed to.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.